What's going on, Spartans? My name is Midnight and welcome to 5 Disturbing Things in Doom Lore. Fun fact, I did a poll on who is really the Doomslayer on Twitter and god damn it, really? You guys never decide, do you? Anyways, go follow me there, I have no followers. And before I start this video, please leave a comment down below on what is the most disturbing thing you think has happened in Doom Lore. And so without further ado, let's begin. Number 5. The Demon Outbreak on Mars. In this spot, I have two versions, the Demon Outbreak on Mars of the original Doom and the Demon Outbreak on Mars from Doom 2016. Let's begin with the original Doom. The UAC Corporation was conducting interdimensional travel experiments on both Phobos and Deimos. The interdimensional travel experiment was mainly on throwing one thing in Phobos and making it appear on Deimos, basically transporting an object from Phobos to Deimos through some portals. At some point, the UAC Corporation thought that throwing artifacts was not enough for the experiments, so they decided to use humans as guinea pigs for the experiment. Military personnel and scientists volunteered for the experiment, but when humans began entering the portal from Phobos to Deimos, they wouldn't even rematerialize in Deimos, indicating that something very bad happened to the humans, or that they were trapped in another dimension. But sometime later, military personnel and scientists began coming back to Deimos. They began rematerializing in the Deimos portal, but they weren't normal in any way. They had bites all over the body, burned flesh, burned skin. Some people were missing limbs, legs, arms, fingers, and some people came back with nearly an schizophrenic disorder, biting off their own fingers or eating their own eyes. They were at the border of insanity, or some people even going as far as exploding when they entered the portal from Phobos to Deimos. But as for the UAC higher-ups, everything was normal, everything was going according to plan. Some time has passed and experiments were still going strong. Out of nowhere, Mars received a message from Phobos.
We need military support immediately. Something terrible and monstrous is coming out from the portals. The systems are not responding. We need help.
At the same time where the military personnel was getting ready to support Phobos, out of nowhere Deimos vanished from the sky. It didn't explode, it was absorbed by an unknown entity. The facility on Mars tried to establish contact with Deimos, but that was impossible. They were not responding. As a last resort, Doom Guy and a military personnel are sent to Phobos to see what is actually happening. When the military personnel arrives to Phobos, everyone but Doom Guy enters the facility to see what's going on. And after hours of Doom Guy hearing through the radio, shots being fired, teammates asking for help, teammates crying and shouting, and something that can be identified as bones breaking and flesh being ripped apart, a complete silence on the radio of the Doom Guy. At that time, Doom Guy decides to enter the facility of Phobos, and what he sees inside the facility is able to completely destroy the mind of a normal human. Now, let's talk about the Mars invasion in Doom 2016. The Union Aerospace Corporation in Doom 2016, as always, was doing experiments of interdimensional travel, and in one of their experiments they opened a portal to hell. But for the UAC, everything was going according to plan. They entered to hell and were able to extract some demons for experiments. After the thousands and thousands of demons the UAC was able to extract from hell and do experiments on, Olivia Pierce, after doing a contract with the head demon of hell, released all of the demons from their cells inside the UAC facility and exposed thousands and thousands of humans to Lazarus waves, which is an invisible energy that is able to turn you into a demon. Now, imagine being a normal human, a normal civilian, a normal engineer, or a normal employee inside the UAC Corporation on Mars. The thousands of demons you have been experimenting on for the last 3 or 4 years are freed from their cells, and you, on a desperate attempt to survive, are able to escape the demons, but you weren't actually safe. You didn't even notice, but you were being exposed to continuous Lazarus waves, and you could feel how slowly you were turning into insanity, how slowly you were turning insane, and then, without you even knowing, you became a possessed. Number 4. The Cult of the UAC. In the Union Aerospace Corporation facility of Mars, there are mainly 2 executives you know, Dr. Samuel Hayden, that is the head of the UAC, and Dr. Olivia Pierce. Dr. Samuel Hayden has a lot of faith in Olivia Pierce for her work, because in all honesty she is a very highly capable scientist. She is very intelligent and is very efficient on her work, so much that Dr. Samuel Hayden gave her own branch in the UAC facility. In the Codex Entries of Olivia Pierce, it states that Olivia Pierce is a very religious person, and that she clearly thinks that we haven't gotten through the great filter, and that humanity is awaiting another state of evolution. If you didn't know, Olivia Pierce is incapacitated. Both of her legs don't work. The way she is able to walk is that she has an exosuit in her body, but it gives a great burden to her body and gives her a lot of pain. Anyways, after the UAC began exploring Hell, one of the head demons in Hell proposed a contract to Olivia Pierce, that if she did what the demons wanted, Hell would assure her safety and give her her legs. After that talk with the head demon, Olivia Pierce loved the demons. Olivia Pierce thought of demons as gods, basically, and so being the leader of the advanced research team on the UAC, Olivia began giving her knowledge of demons to the UAC personnel, stating how the demons were the saviors of humanity, stating how the demons are gods and incredible entities, powerful entities in the universe. Since that happened, the UAC personnel began venerating demons, and after some time the cult was created. You can see it in the Codex Entries of Olivia Pierce, how they were inviting other UAC personnel into sacrifices of both humans and demons for the gods. The cult of the UAC went as far as to sacrifice humans to the demons, sacrificing their flesh and bone for salvation, for the ultimate state of evolution. Number 3. Experimentation on demons. After the UAC made contact with Hell, and after the UAC extracted several specimens or several demons to the UAC facility on Mars, they began experimenting on the demons. They tried to understand their biology, their anatomy, their body, everything about the demons. They tried to understand it. But after a lot of experiments, the UAC began on weaponizing the demons. As with the Mancubus, everyone knows who is the Mancubus. It's that big, fat and horrible demon that is wearing light armor and 2 cannons on its hands. That light armor and the cannons are not made by the UAC. They were made by Hell. The inner fluids of the stomach of the Mancubus is pretty flammable, so the cannons are actually connected to the stomach of the Mancubus. But after some experiments with the Mancubus, the Cyber Mancubus was created, and he was created by the UAC. As you can see the chest plate of the armor of the Cyber Mancubus, there's the UAC Corporation logo. The Mancubus strain of demon has long been a subject of fascination among Lazarus Project scientists. Eager to understand the biology of these creatures, a team of biogeneticists, led by Dr. Pierce herself, was formed to research and manipulate the behavior and effect of these creatures. Pinky was one of the demons they extracted as well, and the results of the experiments the UAC did on the Pinky was that it gave the Pinky limited psionic abilities, which turned the Pinky into the Spectre. Also, the Spectre has greater ocular capacity, as the optical nerves of the Kako demon were transplanted into the Pinky. And not only the Pinky and the Mancubus were experimented on, one of the Balgar's demons of Hell, the Cyber Demon, was extracted from Hell. His corpse was extracted from Hell, because in the Third Age, a mighty warrior killed the Balgar demon in Titan's realm. In the second Project Lazarus manned expedition, the UAC found the corpse of the Balgar demon in an Argent accumulator. At the time where the UAC began on doing experiments on the body of the Cyber Demon, they weren't trying to resurrect the Balgar demon in any way. But when little Argent energy was exposed to the skin of the Balgar demon, it began to regenerate tissue. And at that time, the UAC knew that the Balgar demon ran with Argent energy. That's why the only way you can kill the Cyber Demon is by taking out the Argent accumulator in its chest. But not only did they revive the Balgar demon, they gave him a cannon able to shoot rocket launchers and a highly concentrated beam of plasma. What disturbs me the most about the weaponization civilization of demons is that what was the UAC trying to do with those demons? Were they trying to go back to Earth and start a war against other countries and use the demons as weapons? What is the purpose of weaponizing demons? What was the UAC going to do with them? Number 2. The Revenant Program.
Volunteers are currently needed for the UAC's exciting new Revenant research program. Expand your potential, experience something new, and go beyond mere mortal limitations. See Jessica in Human Resources to find out if you qualify. The Revenant Program, helping UAC members become all that they can be.
Revenants are UAC military operatives that have been methodically transformed into demonic combatants through cybernetic augmentation and repeated Lazarus wave exposure. The transformation begins by attaching a multiple launch rocket battery onto each shoulder of the patient, coupled to an Argent charge neural biochip implanted at the base of the cerebral cortex. The rocket launcher implant operation is conducted with the patient in an ante-mortem state and without anesthesia. Once the neural connection with the implant has been established, the patient is repeatedly exposed to Lazarus wave blasts to induce death and transform the subject into a revenant. And let me reiterate, this is not people that was forced into becoming a revenant. If you play Doom 2016 at the level of the Lazarus Labs, you can see people in the holograms shouting, "We need someone to volunteer to the Revenant Program." That people that was in the Revenant Program are people from the Cult of the UAC that have been brainwashed by Olivia Pierce on thinking that demonic transformation is the new state of evolution for humanity. What's scary and disturbing about the Revenant is its body. Pretty much the only skeletal parts of the Revenant are the head and the lower torso, and just the mechanical augmentation the volunteers for the Revenant Program underwent, it gives pain to my body. Volunteers for the Revenant Program underwent these augmentations without anesthesia, so all of those tubes in their legs and on their stomach are implanted when they were alive and conscious. Number 1. Hell. Hell in Doom is depicted in a lot of different ways. It can be described as endless waves of infinite demons, a floating island in the sky, or a desert with flames in the background. It's not scary to see living human tissue, skeletons, ribs, skulls for walls in Doom, see humans being sacrificed in a pole inside a cave, see humans being eaten by countless demons, or see the souls of the humans that are forever suffering in hell. No, what's scary about hell in Doom is its capabilities, what hell can do in the universe. Hell in Doom basically devours universes. It goes into one universe and absorbs that universe and knowledge. It goes from universe to universe and absorbs the knowledge and the military prowess and basically all the universe and merge that universe to their dimension, to hell. Hell is an infinite universe, an infinite dimension with no boundaries, so everything can fit inside of it. What's more scary about hell is that in the original Doom, at the time when you fight the Cyber Demon and the Spider Mastermind, you can see that they already have human weaponry on their hands. The Cyber Demon is heavily mechanically augmented and the Spider Mastermind is on top of a mechanical machine, obviously from human roots. And what's scary about that is that humanity didn't even notice that hell went to Earth a long time ago. If you have played Wolfenstein: The Spear of Destiny, the demon you in quotes defeat in Wolfenstein is the same Cyber Demon, and Wolfenstein: The Spear of Destiny happens at World War II, and the events of the original Doom happens like 2 centuries after. So pretty much that indicates that hell is able to invade Earth whenever they want. And that is not all. Corrupting humans, playing with humans as toys, manipulating humans and other species to do what they want. Hell is not only brutal violence, and it knows what it is doing. It's just a matter of time when they actually conquer Earth, like 6 months or so in Doom Eternal. And so those were the 5 most disturbing things in Doom lore I could think of. If you watched this video until the end, let me tell you that I love you with all of my might. And if you liked, commented and subscribed in this video, dude, you're an absolute legend, dude. Please leave a comment down below on what do you think is the most disturbing thing in Doom lore or in the Doom universe. Also go follow me on Twitter because I have very few followers and I do not want to be seen as a lame YouTuber because I don't have a huge following on Twitter. So go help me with that. And so okay guys, that is all for today. If you guys liked the video, slap a like on it. I'll greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye, take care, and I love you very very much. Thank you for watching guys. I really do appreciate it. Bye bye. Mwah.